Physiography of the northern and northeastern mountain ranges comprises of Himalayas and Pataka-Oi ranges. The Himalayas separate the Indian subcontinent from the Tibetan plateau. The main Himalayas range extends in west to east direction between river Indus and Brahmaputra. For Indian subcontinent, the Himalayas are not only lofty mountains but also protect India by preventing the chilling cold, dry Arctic winds and blocks moisture-laden monsoon winds from escaping the north. Learning objectives. At the end of this chapter, you will be able to understand the following concepts about North Indian mountains: Himalayas and associated mountains, economic development, natural hazards. Associated mountains. Physiography of the northern and northeastern mountain ranges comprises of Himalayas and Pataka-Oi ranges. The Himalayas separate the Indian subcontinent from the Tibetan plateau. The main Himalayan range extends from west to east between river Indus and Brahmaputra. The Himalayas, being lofty mountains, protect India by preventing the chilling cold, dry Arctic winds and block moisture-laden monsoon winds from escaping the north. So, rainfall is adequate here. Thus, the major source of numerous rivers is Himalaya. Origin of Himalayas and associated mountains. The Himalayan mountains in the north and the Naga-Lushai hills in the east are the regions of mountain building movements. Most of this area was under marine conditions. During the uplift of the mountains, their marine sediments grew in heights. Physiography. The North Indian mountains comprise of Himalayas and its associated mountains. They are considered as world's highest mountain ranges. It is a group of ranges which can be divided as 4 parallel ranges. Shivalik Range, the southernmost range of Himalayan system having series of alluvial fans, is Shivalik Range of hills. The average altitude varies from 900 to 1100 meter. Dehradun, Kotli Doon, Patli Doon are some examples of dune valleys. Shivaliks almost merge into lesser Himalayas. The lesser Himalayas or Himachal Range. They lie to the north of Shivaliks with altitudes lesser than 4,500 meters. Pir Panjal, Kashmir and Dhauladhar, Himachal Pradesh are the main ranges here. Himachal Range has moderate elevation and maximum number of tourist attractions such as Kullu Manali, Kangra, etc. The Great Himalayas or Himatri. They are the loftiest and northernmost range of Himalayas. The highest ranges rise up to 6,000 meters and are covered with snow. When compared to other 2 ranges, Himadri is more massive and runs in a northwest to southeast direction in the western part. Trans-Himalayan ranges. They are between main Himalayan ranges and Tibet Plateau and consist mainly of Karakoram, Ladakh and Kailash ranges. Karakoram, located in the northern part of Jammu and Kashmir, has highest concentration of peaks over 8,000 meters. K2 is the second highest peak in the world and highest in India. The Ladakh range, located between Karakoram and main Himalayan range, is described as cold desert. Kailas range is outside the Indian territory. Here, the Kailas Peak and Mount Sarovar are main attractions. From west to east, Himalayas can also be divided into 3 regions. The Western Himalayas. This extends from Indus River in west to Kali River along Nepal border. In the Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh and Uttarakhand. The Central Himalaya. It stretches from river Kali to river Tista. Its eastern part is called Sikkim Himalayas and Darjeeling Himalayas. The Eastern Himalaya. This stretches from Tista and Brahmaputra River. The Eastern Himalayas are also called Assam Himalayas. Associated mountains. The hill ranging running in a north-south direction along Myanmar border are Purvanchal ranges and mostly made up of sedimentary rocks. They run through states of Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, Manipur and Mizoram. They give rise to range and valley topography in the region. From north to south, these hills are referred by different names, that is, Naga Hills, Manipur Hills, Mizo Hills, etc. The highest peak is Saramati Peak. Rivers, monsoon rains and molten snow during summer fed the Himalayan rivers mostly. These rivers have carved a number of erosional features like deep gorges, V-shaped valleys, rapids and waterfalls, etc. The main Himalayan river systems include Indus, the Ganga and Brahmaputra systems. Indus River, rising near Mansarovar, flows through India and Pakistan. River Bhagirathi originates at Gangotri, which combines with river Alaknanda at Devaprayag to form river Ganga. The Brahmaputra rises in Tibet and runs eastward till it enters India in Arunachal Pradesh. The principal tributary of Brahmaputra is river Subansisari. Climate. The Himalayas affect large systems of air and water circulation which help determine meteorological conditions in Indian subcontinent to south and in Central Asian highlands to the north. The Himalayan ranges block the passage of incoming cold air from north in winter and force south-westerly monsoon wind to give up most moisture. This results in heavy rainfall on Indian side but dry conditions in Tibet. The Eastern Himalayas are warmer than Western Himalayas. During winter, low-pressure weather systems move ahead in Himalayas from west and cause heavy snowfall. Soils. The south-facing slopes have thick soil cover, supporting dense forests at lower elevations and grasses at higher levels. The dark brown and loamy forest soils are ideal for growing fruit trees. For example, tea plantation in Darjeeling Hills and Assam Valley. At high altitudes, the soils are deficient in humus content. Natural vegetation and animals. Indian Himalayan's forest area is divided into 4 types: tropical, subtropical, temperate and alpine. Temperate mixed forests having conifer trees extend from 1,400 to 3,400 meters roughly. Alpine forests are formed above 3,400 to 4,500 meters. Large bushes occur in abundance in wetter parts of Eastern Himalayas. Asiatic black bears, langur, Himalayan goats and antelopes live in the Himalayan forests. The Indian rhinoceros and Kashmir stag are near extinct species. In remote areas, snow leopards, brown bears, Tibetan yaks are found in limited numbers. The beast of burden, that is yak, has been domesticated in Ladakh. East Himalayas is richer in bird life than West Himalayas. These include different species of magpies and whistling thrushes. Population and settlements. In Himalaya, 80% of population is rural while 20% is urban. Gaddi tribals own large herds of sheep and goats, while the Gujars, traditionally migrating pastoral people, live on their herds. Chamba people lead a nomadic pastoral life in Upper Indus Valley. People in remote, isolated valleys have preserved their cultural identity. Economic development. Agriculture. The Himalayan people have balanced agriculture, agroforestry, animal husbandry and forestry. In Western Himalayas, rice, corn and wheat are produced, while in Kumaon Himalayas, rice, corn, wheat, potatoes and sugarcane are grown. Kashmir Valley in Himachal Pradesh is famous for fruit orchards. Rich vineyards surround the shores of Dal Lake. The hills surrounding Kashmir Valley are identified for walnut and almond trees. On the hills of Darjeeling district, tea is mainly planted. Cardamoms are grown in Sikkim and Darjeeling hills, and medicinal herbs in Uttarakhand. Though rice is the major crop of Eastern Himalayas, other crops include wheat, pulses, maize, potatoes, and sugarcane. People in Himalayan region have been traditionally practicing jhum cultivation, that is, rotational bush fallow. This has enabled renewal of forests before same land was cultivated again. Earlier, it had duration of 25 years, but now it is reduced to 4 to 5 years. In Himalayan region, abundant freshwater resources in the form of streams, rivers, lakes, and glaciers are found. Rainfall and snow melting are the main source of water here. Mining. Due to fragile environment, inaccessibility and lack of required infrastructure, mining is not fully explored. However, Meghalaya has rich mineral resources like limestone and coal. ONGC has worked in discovering oil in Tripura, including natural gas reserve. Industries. The major industries are processing of food grains, making vegetable oil, and refining sugar. Fruit processing is also important due to wide variety of fruits. Handicraft is traditional industry of Jammu and Kashmir due to demand of wood carving, carpets, shawls, etc. in foreign exchange. Horticulture, herbal medicines, etc. are major industries in Himachal Pradesh. Tourism, tea, forest products are potential areas of growth in Uttarakhand. Tourism. It is a major rapidly growing industry in Himalayas. About 1 million people visit Himalayas for mountain trekking, wildlife viewing and pilgrimages to major Hindus' sacred places. The number of foreign visitors has increased significantly. Himalayas have many architectural temples like Kedarnath, Badrinath, Yamunotri and Gangotri, that is, Char Dhams. Uttarakhand, known as Dev Bhumi, has attracted many tourists and pilgrims all over world. Natural hazards. Due to the collision tectonics between Indo-Australian plate and Eurasian plate in the north and along the Indo-Myanmar range in the east, Himalayan region is one of the 6 most active regions of the world seismically. Landslides, that is, mass movement of earth, often occur in combination with earthquakes, floods and volcanoes. Forests near village are degrading due to collection of fuel wood and cattle grazing. The major Himalayan glaciers in the higher altitude are thinning at faster rate. Summary. You have learned the following about North Indian mountains, Himalayas and associated mountains, economic development, natural hazards.